What is up, my little Danos? Websisi, your gods of the Helsinki Dragas, and we are here for the week 1 for the PPL Season 5 when I go up against one of the commissioners of the league, being Amber. Make sure to check her out, her YouTube channel will be down below in the description, just like all the coaches in the league. And she has a terrifying roster. I'll go by speed tier order here, fastest to slowest. She has Superior, Ladias, Hisuian Zorok, Zapdos, Terra Manaphy, Volcarona, Great Tusk, Terra Malamar, and then Cottony, Terra King Gambit, Garbink, and finally Toxapex. So, threatening roster, a lot of potential setup threats. And she mentions that she is bringing a Terra Crown Gambit, which could lean towards it to be a Assault Vest set. Okay, so we're gonna be locking the team in and start searching for the battle. So she mentioned that she has the Terra Gambit with Terra Crown, and she also has Terra Fairy on Manaphy. So somewhat like anti-Terra typings into my Raging Bolt, which makes sense, because my Raging Bolt will be choice specs this week. Other than that, we see Great Tusk, we see Volcarona, and Zapdos and Ladias as well, besides the Terra Captains. I'm gonna lead with my Iron Moth since I don't see the Toxapex, and get up a potentially huge overheat on something. I didn't have a necessarily dedicated lead, it was between Yuxi, Raging Bolt and Iron Moth, but based on the team, I wanna lead with my strong breaker, and based on the matchup, definitely the Iron Moth looks to be one that can do quite a bit of work. I do have to watch out for like like a Salt Vest King Gambit here, if that would be a lead. Yeah, but she leads with the Zapdos. The Raging Bolt would have been a nice lead here as well, but this works quite well as well, because it gives me opportunity to Terralize. I don't have to worry about like keeping this poison typing for T-Spikes for Toxapex. And like a Specs overheat will hurt a lot here, potentially even killing this Zapdos. So I'm gonna press Terra Fire Overheat here, as we Terralize. I'm curious how well this Zapdos will take it. If it's just max HP, it definitely dies. So we just go for the overheat, as it's a Choice Scarf. Choice Scarf Zapdos. Okay, so now I need to be careful not letting this thing take too much more damage. I was expecting not to take damage turn 1 versus a Zapdos, but that's a Choice Scarf. Zapdos. But now something has to take a overheat, which is the Manaphy. Well, never mind, I guess I miss. Yeah, that overheat would have been nice to get off, because I would have done half to this Manaphy if it's just max HP, but now I don't get to do that. In case this is a setup, I do kind of want to go into Yuxi. It also gives me Stealth Rocks, so that's what I'll do. Not great turn 1. I could have pressed Fiery Dance there, but I did not want to pass opportunity to kill a Zapdos there turn 1, as it just goes for a Scald. No burn there. I could go for a Yawn, because that would at least cover the King Gambit swapping in. And then afterwards I can go for a Stealth Rocks. If this tries to set up on me, I do have Encore. Really unfortunate start. Just breaking the 4th wall. We are also playing this one game later, because there was a lot of genning issues. Goes just for a Tail Claw. So you would have to be Lumberry to cover this. Would you be Lumberry is the question. I'm gonna go for rocks in case they withdraw, because they're probably not Lumberry. And I wanna get these stealth rocks. Zapdos comes in. Okay. The rocks are quite important here. I could go for a slow U-turn. I have Citrus Berry to gain some HP back, and I don't wanna give them the initiative here. And if I'm able to position one of my choice specs mons as the rocks are up, that would be quite nice. So I think I just do that. We just go for U-turn here. Unfortunately, Yuxi has to take a potential hit here, like a Volt Switch still. Interesting that she brought a choice Scarfer that is electric type, because I have Gliscor on my roster, but I guess they really thought that it's not coming, if anything. 4.5. Volcarona. Okay. We get a crit there. But we get flame bodied, which is probably honestly worse. Okay, so how do I feel about this? I feel like we just go into Iron Moth here. And I wanna fire off a Fiery Dance in case they will try to like set up, I guess. Would that even matter? I'll pace you regardless. Like, you cannot set up on me, right? Yeah, max HP dies to a overheat. And I'm naturally faster than you. So I kinda just wanna press overheat and then actually like land this time. As they withdraw. We know the Manaphy is not the Assault Vest. Could be like a Citrus Berry or leftovers. Okay, now we land. Cool. Really nice, we can land a move here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's leftovers. I mean, second one should kill if that did so much. Yeah, that did like 65, so -2 would do like 32. So I'm gonna just kill it. Protect comes off. So it's leftovers and protect. After that protect, that may make it a little bit more difficult to kill it. Yeah, that makes it potentially. What is that now? That's like... I should have done like 32 to... like 33 to 38. Do I have a safer play here? Safer play is technically always Yuxi here. Which then can afterwards U-turn. I can also just go into my Scizor, cause it's not necessarily important to be like... It's only there for Latias right now. And then I can U-turn back. Yeah, I like Scizor play here. I don't want to mess around with a damage roll. Skull comes off. We'll take it just fine. And I'll just go for a U-turn here. Scizor's job is really just be a sponge into Latias, but allow me to pivot safely and get something like Meowscarada in front of it. Volcarona also revealed to be heavy duty boost, so I guess didn't really matter a whole lot. Like, we of course knew that's gonna be the case. But I guess I can always write it down there. She should worry about a knockoff here. Does go for a Skull. As we get up a U-turn, didn't get thankfully burned, we get a critical hit instead. And now, to be honest, Iron Moth probably can come in and just press Fiery Dance on this Manaphy, because there's no way you'll be able to live that hit. I could also go into my Meowscarada, but I think she has easier time to guard against that with the King Gambit being there. So I just go into my Iron Moth here. Go into a mon that clearly she doesn't feel like able to guard against too well, because the Larias hasn't been swapping into my hits, meaning that it probably doesn't have recovery. And I could see it being choiced. Protect was kinda obvious there, they wanna just see what I'm locking myself into. I reveal Fiery Dance. But again, I don't know if we really wanna pivot around that. With Stealth Rocks being up, if the Larias is not a healing, like recover on its set. I just need to make sure that this Iron Moth stays around this health now from onwards. Because the Volcarona is still a massive threat until I've taken care of it, because if he gets a Quiver Dance up and has like Giga Drain or Psychic to hit Urshifu, I'm kinda cooked. Quite literally. So I need to make sure the future version of itself stays around. This should kill though. From that range, yeah. I don't think we got the boost, but it's not the end of the world. I don't think the following turn I would have stayed in, because I would imagine Larias just comes in and checks me. But we do get a kill there versus the Manaphy. So now we know the Gambit is definitely gonna Terralize at some point. And it's going to be coming in now. So, what are my options here to pivot around it? I have the option to go into my Urshifu, since it's Terra Crowned. I don't necessarily hate that. The only worry right now would be them going for a Sin Headbutt on that turn. That's mainly the thing I would have to worry about. Yuxi I kinda wanna keep around in case I wanna pivot around Great Tusk, so I think I go into Shifu here. If they Sword Dance, I resist the Sucker Punch. As they do Terralize, so this is now Terralized. This makes sense, because they kinda had to at that point, otherwise they would die. This could also just be max HP and not Assault Vest, but Crown definitely makes me think that it could be a... Okay, they just go for the safe move there, which is the Cleavage Edge, or however you call it, or Culto Cleave, the dark move. I kinda just don't wanna mess around with versus this thing, cause again the Latias probably doesn't have recovery moves, so like pressing Searching Strike seems kinda just good here. Seems like tough for them to guard against. I have Punching Glove to cover the static plus the flame body from the other guys. And even if this King Gambit wouldn't die to my hit, it's at least neutralized to the point that it should not be big of a problem later on. I do have to worry about the healing wish on Latias at any point if anything is preserved at low health like this King Gambit. Okay. Ooh, does that kill actually? That does kill. Okay. Maybe they overthought that I would make a different play there, but I'm really happy that King Gambit died there. That's now the Terramon gone. So now the main thing that I really have to worry about is the Latias. I don't know about the Great Tusk set either. Like Latias can be something scary. Like, it definitely could be a setup set. If it were to be a setup, I do have Yuxi here. Scissor in the knockoff in the bullet punch would do decent work as well. How do I feel about this? I wanna guard versus a setup Latias a little bit better, so I kinda wanna go hard into Yuxi and encore it. It does mean that I lose my potential crown immunity to Great Task. But I think healthy Shifu can take a hit from it. Sunny Day. Okay, so this was Sunny Day Weather Ball then, I would imagine. Does my Citrus Berry proc? It does proc here. Okay. So Sunny Day. I wanna say you get access to Weather Ball. Yeah, you get Weather Ball. So it's Sunny Day Weather Ball to hit my Scissor. Which is honestly okay. I have the option to go for Encore here or just Yan. Yan seems pretty good overall. So I'm gonna press Yan. Dragon Pulse comes off. Does a decent amount to me, but I'll go for Yan. If they kill me here, it means that this Latias would be asleep, barring a Lumberry, of course. So Sunny Day, Weather Ball, Dragon Pulse. And even if it's weakness policy, the Yan will make sure that it's falling asleep, so I have a turn to react after. So we just press U-turn. Get the initiative from that. If something like Zapdos would come in, that is a free Raging Bolt after. The Latias does withdraw. Yeah, there's the Zapdos. Has to take Stealth Rocks now, which is nice. Okay. So I know your Scarf, so it should be free Raging Bolt here. And I can fire off a Dragon Pulse. That seems pretty decent to me. Let's go Raging Ramsey. Oh, and the Sunny Day is up. Wait a minute. Oh, we are cooking. Wait a minute. How many turns is this still up? I kind of forgot about this aspect. 2 turns. Oh, we are not a setup fodder to anything right now. I'm getting a Choice Specs Modest Dragon Pulse here under the sun. That's pretty sick. I'm pressing that. I kind of forgot about that. Oh, that sun is like a blessing in disguise. Yeah, Zapdos is looking up that sun and be like, ah man, why is the sun having to be up? On top of this giant ass Giraffaric that looks like mad as all hell to me. Yeah, well, they should be looking at it because it's got Raging Ramsey after all. They're quite mad. And something is gonna take a big hit here, if not all of it. Okay, so they had Volt Switch and U-turn. So who is taking this? Oh, Latias, you're gonna take all of it right here. And no Hubamberry to save you either. I don't know if even Hubamberry would have saved you, but that's a dead Latias. Yeah, there comes the very suspective name of Great Task. What boost do we see? Defense. Defense, huh? What does that say? It may not have a lot of speed investment then. Okay. How do I feel about, like, do I stay in and hit this thing? Hoping that I'm faster? I kind of feel like doing that. Because if they outpace me afterwards... Yeah, I think we go for a Dragon Pulse here, to be honest. We have max speed on this. Oh, the Rapid Spin comes off. They didn't expect me to stay in there. This makes sense, I had Yuxi. But if you're not Assault Vest, this might die. Yeah, good night. We are not afraid. We are a menace. We are Raging Ramsey. And the Volcarona comes in. Am I set up Father Duo with this choice spec set? If you set up a Quiver Dance, I would do around half. I wanna say I should always go into my... Iron Moth here, I would say. Let's see. Then again, hitting you quite hard would be nice here. I think we go into our Iron Moth immediately to react. Yeah, Quiver Dance comes off. Now I wonder if he's Psychic or Giga Drain on this. So it's +1 currently. I think my play is always Fiery Dance. Like, this Volcarona is still very scary. He could still sweep me, depending on his set and what he does, what she does with it. Quiver Dances again. I would love to get that special attack boost here. We didn't get the special attack boost, so that's unfortunate. But we are kinda committed to this. The Psychic does come out. We live! Okay. And they go for Psychic again. So they are at +2. So what's my play here? Draco Meteor would do 56 to 66. Bullet Punch is definitely not killing it. I think it's just simply going to Raging Bolt here, and I have to make sure that the Draco Meteor would kill it. That's really my only out of this, cause I cannot like Thunderclap, cause they can clearly set up here. Or go for the Morning Sun if they have it. So I will drop a Draco here. Like, I don't know their full moveset. They may have Morning Sun and like be Fire plus Psychic move. They do go for Psychic. We live, and thankfully the Draco lands, cause that was the one way for losing that game. Unless this Zapdos miraculously sweeps me. So I guess technically, depending on what it lock itself into, it could still happen. But I have Sped F Scizor with knockoff. And I could honestly preserve this now to have Choice Specs Thunderclap just in case. I'll just sack my Yuxi here. Because that Choice Specs Thunderclap could help sealing the deal. Let's see what they lock themselves into. Hurricane. Okay. I wanna say my Scizor takes a hit. Offensive Hurricane into my Scizor. Does 50 at best, unless they would be modest. So I think we go with that and go for a knockoff. Yeah, we should live this Hurricane, get a fake knockoff here. They do miss, unfortunately, but we did also miss a overheat earlier. Okay. So now getting that off is pretty huge. Like, I think the play is just to you to know I keep knocking. To be honest, I could just stay in and keep knocking off, because I know I would leave a hit. I don't need to like play around with that too much. Yeah, we'll leave the hit. Confusion does come out. We have the Citrus Berry as well. This won't really matter all too much here, I would think. Unless... let's see. Okay, we get... oh, we hit ourselves, never mind. I mean, on that case, I just Bullet Punch for chip. At least we'll try to, which hopefully goes off. This certainly is a game when it comes to RNG. So now they revealed their full moveset, so they only have attacking moves. So Raging Bolt with Thunderclap should take you out. Alright, Raging Ramsey. As far as I can tell, there have been Volt Switch, U-turn, Hurricane, and Thunderbolt, so they are not able to play around this Choice Specs Thunderclap. And there comes the Thunderclap, and that will secure us a week 1 win versus Amber. Very terrifying game, mainly because of the Volcarona. Like, even though I was up to like 6-2, it came down to 3-0, and like, like if I missed that Draco Meteor, or if they had like Morning Sun and lift the Draco Meteor, like that game could have like turned the ties into like a 6-2 position into a 2-0 loss. So, very tough game. Till next week when we go up against her. Thank you for watching, stay tuned for that. Hopefully it's gonna be as hype as it should be. And I'll see you guys later.